How's it going, everyone? Biz here with another Division 2 video. Just when I think I've done everything in this game, something else drags me back in. Today, we're going to talk about my newest fascination, which is Conflict, the dedicated PvP mode that is so sweaty, you might mistake it for, I don't know, something really sweaty? We'll go over the things I really like about my new obsession, along with a new build that will really go a long way in your success and your enemies' frustrations. As always, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe to never miss an update. I've been slacking, but all that time off gave me more ideas and builds than I can shake a stick at, so you won't want to miss. Also, if you've been around, drop a comment below to let me know what you guys think about Conflict. With all that said, let's drop on in. So out of the box, Division 2 came with the Conflict game mode. This was the developers' attempt to capture the dedicated PvP mode of Last Stand in their sequel. While Last Stand used the existing but rebordered Dark Zone as the map, Conflict has a variety of maps that are exclusive to Conflict. These maps are designed with PvP in mind, with clear lines to bottleneck and heightened positions that will either give you a tactical advantage or a slightly elevated kill box for you and your team. Conflict features 3 specific 4v4 game modes tailored to those who enter. First and most popular is Skirmish, a team deathmatch mode in which the team has 16 reinforcements or respawns. The first team to deplete the other side's reinforcements and kill off the remaining team will be the winner. Up next, we have Team Elimination. This is a best of 7 style, last team standing wins the match mode. Players who go fully unconscious will not be able to spawn until the next match. This is a fun mode as the quick matches let you set up differently each time to better counter the opposing team. It's probably my favorite, but I digress. Finally, there's Domination. Now, unless you've been living under a rock since the mid-2000s, you can imagine what this is. Teams will need to control points on the map to earn points in this mode. The team who fills their point bar first, or the team with the most points at the end of regulation, is going to be the winner. Now, just like with the Dark Zone, Conflict can either be your best time or an hour of instant regret. Luckily for you, I've spent time learning from those regretful times. I can give you a few pointers to make the most out of your time in Conflict. Tip number 1, get familiar with the maps. Conflict maps are unique and really driven toward PvP. Be okay with losing some matches to familiarize yourself with your surroundings. Another total pro move could also be getting a screen capture of each map to study and plan. Getting to know where choke points and spawns are will turn the tide in any match. Tip number 2, gather fellow agents. Conflict is much better with friends, plain and simple. Besides having a team you can communicate tactically to, it's nice to also share in the pain of getting wrecked with fellow like-minded people. Ideally, as this is a 4v4 mode, try for a full team for the best results. But even just going in with one other person working with you will make your time a lot more enjoyable. Tip number 3, no loot, no problem. While this game does reward Conflict caches and a special rogue outfit for progressing, one thing that's nice about Conflict is there's no loot to extract. This means instead of focusing on an extract, you can turn your attention having maximum fun and obliterating those who stand in your way. Should that go sideways, no harm, no foul, as you didn't lose a god-rolled M1A from some other team rolling on you. Tip number 4, have fun. At the end of the day, this is another game mode, and just like the legendary Kenny Rogers, sometimes you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them. If you find yourself at your wit's end, ready to throw a controller, go play something else for a bit and come back. No game is worth throwing off your vibes. Ever. Now that we've covered what Conflict is, I want to leave you guys with a build I saw when playing. I had to remind myself a little bit of tip number 4, as this build was wiping the floor with my whole team for a couple matches. After setting it up, I understand why it works, and I'm going to share it with you here. So let's take a look. So this build is set up on a technician specialization. We're going to lean heavy into one skill in particular, and that is the Burn Sticky Bomb. Using Technician will grant an extra skill tier and a bunch of other skill-centered bonuses. Since this build is mostly about skills and status effects, we won't go over weapons too much. Just make sure you run a Scorpio and something with the Pyromaniac talent to maximize damage when not using your sticky. Also, we have a TDI card custom for the sidearm. That extra skill tier, along with the tier from the specialization, allows us to make room for some blue cores for survivability. Looking at the gear, we see this build is a 5 yellow, 2 blue, 0 red core build. Keep in mind, when the card is equipped, that goes to 6 yellow cores. Very nice. Firstly, we use the Vial Mask. This exotic mask in PvP will grant damage equal to 20% of your concussion grenade to any enemy you put a status effect on. This damage is also increased by whatever status effect attributes you may have. This mask comes with status effects and hazard protection rolled on it, and I put a skill haste mod in the mod slot. This piece is a must-have for this build, and you'll see why when we get to the backpack. Up next, we use one piece of Murakami Industries that will give us 20% skill duration. I was able to get a chest with skill damage and explosive resistance. Now, in a perfect world, I would have liked status effects instead of explosive resistance, but this does just fine for now. I also put a skill duration mod in the mod slot for a longer burn from the sticky bomb. As this is a chest piece, we do get a talent, and for this build, I went with Glass Cannon. Getting 25% amplified damage is a must, but if you're not used to this talent, it will take some getting used to. Well worth it though, so get to practicing. We also have 2 pieces of Wyvern Wear, giving us bonuses to skill damage and status effects. On both of these pieces, I have skill haste as an attribute. I also have one with skill damage and one with status effects to continue supporting the sticky bomb. Moving to the backpack, we went with Golan gear, which will grant a bonus to status effects. Again, we have status effects and skill haste as attributes, and again, I still need to farm a bit to get a pack without hazard protection, but for now, that does come in handy when countering a team that has a status effect player. Now, the talent is crucial here as we have Creeping Death. This talent spreads a status effect to other enemies within 8 meters of the initial target. This talent will spread the sticky and in turn spread the vial debuff, causing a lot of trouble for those teams who play in a pack. And this is where the mask synergizes with the talent. Very nice. Finally, we have the Fox's Prayer knee pads. Now, you could run something else here to further support your skills, but not many people play in cover in Conflict, so your damage gets amplified using this. I've said it many times. Fox's Prayer are best in slot. For skills, no surprise, we have the Burn Sticky Bomb. For the support side of things, we also use a Reinforcer Chem Launcher. This will help you and the team as you'll have a good enough skill tier and duration to leave a healing cloud of support for your team. Overall, this build does a lot of work with very little effort in Conflict. Try it out and be the bane of the opposing team's existence. Trust me, it'll be a burning blast. And that will wrap things up today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you did, please like and subscribe. It means a lot for the channel. Also, again, leave a comment below to let me know what you think about Conflict and if I'll be seeing you in queue sometime. I'll catch you next time. Biz out.